Testing, testing, testing. One, two, three, testing. Testing, testing, testing. One, two, three, testing. Okay, so we're on just like that. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Ronnie Show. So glad you could be joining us here this afternoon. So it is the first show of a brand new week around here. Yes, we were supposed to be back Monday, but then that got pushed back to Tuesday, which then in turn got pushed back to Wednesday. So yeah, woo. But no, at least we got it going. So that's all that really matters. To me at least. And normally when we do these shows, I have my phone on like this little holder type thing, but no, it's actually standing up all by itself right now. My phone is. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, if I give it one little bump, it's gonna crash and burn, but hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully, keyword. So yeah, because wait, did we have a show Friday? No, we didn't have a show Friday. We had planned to have a show Friday, but we just didn't. So I guess we'll kind of talk about how Thursday, the rest of the day of Thursday went. Of course, this past weekend was Easter as well, and so yeah. Sorry, I am tired. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't well, I got about 7 hours sleep. I'm still pretty tired. And it's only like when I talk, like that sometimes I just bore myself to sleep. I think that's what it is. But oh, some things I tell you, some things. But anyway, had a great weekend for Easter. Of course, you saw we did Friday night, Saturday night, and Monday night shows. So yeah, of course, this past weekend was the final weekend of the Muskies regular season. So yay. Well, no, it's not really yay. It's kind of bittersweet, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, that was kind of sad. But you know what? We've got playoff hockey now, which of course we'll talk about kind of later on in the show, and then of course later on in the week. So yeah, 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 yeah. It'll be fun, that is for sure. We're trying out kind of like a new format for our broadcast for those, so that'll be really exciting for that. Um, s- Stay tuned Friday night, you'll see that, and Saturday night as well. So I guess though it would be afternoon if you're on the West Coast. Yeah. So Strong Girl, Z9B, hello, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good as well. um, so yeah, have you ever heard of Marzipan Charlie? No, I haven't. Never heard of it in my life. I'm afraid to look it up though, if I'm being honest. I have a feeling something's gonna pop up that I don't want to pop up. You should look into it. Well, we'll do it right now, but oh, it's on YouTube. Well, now I'm really scared. Oh, it's just from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, from what it looks like. Maybe, I don't know. um, anyway, as I was saying, um, obviously this past weekend was Easter weekend, and um, of course, hung out with my family. Went to church with my grandma in the morning, and then all of our family got together later on in the evening, and we just had fun. Okay. Although, excuse me. Although we usually we like to play games in our family too as well. So we did that and we played this game called Flip 7 and the goal is basically in shortened terms to get up to 200 points. And if you do, you win the game. Well, my cousin only got 8 points and he was talking with my uncle and I guess my uncle said something about him getting 8 points and he responded with, "Is that You think that's funny or something like that, and I just died. I literally died. It was so I just I thought it was hilarious, but yeah, that was kind of the highlight of the night on Sunday night. Um, so yeah, and then the rest of the weekend honestly was quite chill, to be quite honest with you. Besides the shows we did this past weekend, that was basically all I did. Although I guess I did run some errands Friday, but that no big deal there. So yeah, that was really my weekend. And in fact, I kind of decided in terms of because as you know, we've just started doing this format of, 5 days a week, 15 minutes live every single day, right around this time, 4 o'clock Eastern. And what I've decided to do with that is we're going to continue on with this format because it's done well, viewership wise. What we're going to do with it is that we're only going to air it well, we'll have, like, a season finale. We'll have it I think it's in late July, early August, somewhere in there. We'll take a few weeks off. My plan was that it was gonna the new season would start the day after Labor Day, but now we're gonna push it up a little bit, and I believe it'll be last weekend of August when we start season 9 of The Ronnie Show. So, um and then kind of throughout like the school year, we'll, have episodes. And then basically, whenever I go on break, then we won't air this show or anything like that. So, yeah. So I guess you could say Friday and Monday on like a normal season of the show, we wouldn't have had shows anyway. Um, so yeah, just for the future, just know that. Basically. So yeah. And then, this week really is just kind of weird because excuse me, because, I don't have any classes tomorrow, which is just strange to me. Like, I I don't know why they would do it right in the middle of the week or, like, on a Thursday. Sure, Monday and Friday, go right ahead, but Thursday, like, that and then we have to go to class like regular on Friday. Like I think that's kind of weird, but I guess it's college advising day or whatever. So like everybody's getting together with their advisors and talking blah 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 blah. So what can I say? Although the time slot that I was given, which it will be at 11:40 tomorrow morning, which is fine, no big deal. I'll be up by then, but it's a 40-minute long slot, and I was just like, "What are we gonna be talking about for, like, 40 minutes? Maybe 20 minutes at the most we would be talking, but 40 minutes, jeez Louise." Especially, I don't know how many students a typical advisor would have, but I would assume it's quite a lot. So, the fact that it's a 40-minute slot, you're not gonna get through, like, everybody you advise. Like, I would assume you would meet with that advise, but I don't know. Or I guess maybe like the special people and I just randomly got selected or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how that whole process works, nor do I really care all that much. But you know what? I'm typically up 14, 15, 16 hours in a day. It's only 40 minutes of my time. So I'm not too worried about it. I think I already kind of know what to expect from it. We're just gonna talk, I'm sure about like my path and things like that. Hello, Jess Harrison. Yeah, kinda like what classes to take, like, in the future or whatever, this, that, and the other thing. Make sure I'm on track to graduate from college, so, yeah. That's good. Um, yeah, because I thought well, there's one class that I'm not doing too well in right now, if I'm being honest with you, but mostly all the other classes I'm taking now, I've taken first semester. During my first semester of college, I've passed them all pretty much. There's just one class that I'm not doing so well, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Um, we have an exam Monday for that, so and I'm really gonna study, make sure I know my stuff, so I pass. So yay, hopefully. we'll see. It's just kind of weird though because we had in high school, at least at my high school, we had like a strict grading scale. So like anything below, I think it was like a 69 or something like that would be fail. But now with most of my classes is it's if you get like a 59 and below, then you fail. So it's just I mean, there is a little more cushion, so that's good. Um, I guess, but obviously you don't want to have to think about that. So um yeah, hopefully and of course my grade is going up in that class anyway as it is. The last few assignments have really helped out with that. So that's good. Um and then let's see, yesterday I had a job interview. Yes, for a job during the summer. I know. I've already got so many going on. You might as well add another one, right? Um and from what it sounds like, it'll be a good fit. So yeah. Um exciting stuff, I guess. And it also sounds like too, like I don't have like a certain set amount of hours, I guess. So like I could be working random times throughout the week, basically. And I think from what it sounds like, it will only be like maybe 2 or 3 days a week, which is nice, which is nice. Because I have a lot of big plans this summer, as a lot of you know. So we've talked about it extensively on this show and on other stuff. So, I've got some big plans during the summer. So, and of course, to accomplish all those things, I'm gonna need as much time as possible. So, yeah. um, so yeah, but I mean, it'll start like that, and if I keep up with it and I do well at that, then I'll become more full time, if that makes sense. At least, like, during summers and stuff, because obviously, once school starts, then I won't be able to work at it as much. So, yeah, plus, like I said, I've got, basically 2 other jobs that I do, so, yeah, although to me the good thing is about those other jobs that I work, I've always, because as you know, basically what we're doing now with my YouTube channel, if you've been a long time viewer, this, that, and the other thing, basically I wanna keep doing this, but, like, turn it up to 11. So, like, I mean, having, a couple million subs, that would be good enough for me, to be quite honest with you. It would be nice to have, like, tens of millions, but, a couple million, good enough. As long as I'm getting paid and, I'm able to make a living off of it, that's all I really care about. I don't care numbers wise and things like that. I'm grateful for that stuff. So, and I thought I would never be happy doing a regular job besides my YouTube channel. And turns out that is like not been the case at all. Like the 2 other jobs that I work, I mean, I have a blast doing them. I really honestly do. So hopefully well, hopefully this one I'll enjoy just as much. I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna dive in too much to it just yet, until, like, I become an actual, like, employee. Then I'll talk about it then. So, yeah, but that might be a little while yet. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, normally I would have, like, my clip-on microphone today, but forgot that. In fact, the reason my hair looks out of whack today is because obviously I went home off campus during break, so and I forgot my brush. So I tried to make it look as best as I possibly could, and it actually doesn't really even look that bad, but it could be better. It definitely could be better. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us here this afternoon. Of course, we'll be back here same time, same place tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, 1 Pacific. Let's see, I think they're 5 hours behind us here in the Midwest in Hawaii, so whatever 3 o'clock is minus 5. Anyway, we'll see you all then. Bye-bye.